filmed it to stop the nerves. This is not my normal area that I like to be, but we'll see how we go. So before we get started, tonight's theme is about teamwork, and I assure you, I can't be here without a team. So I'm going to introduce my team. Teamwork makes dream work, and so tonight I will introduce them because I won't make it to the finish line without them. So to my team, please come up. Kate, who I think most of you will have had some form of communication with Kate on the phone or email. She is our registration queen. So join us up here. Naomi. Naomi's our new member into the team, doing all our marketing information, and I'm sure you all have seen the social media coverage that we are now getting in beautiful images. Bob. He's joined me on the event logistics team, and I assure you he keeps me standing upright. And then Joy, come up. Joy is in as the PA of Doug and keeping Doug standing up, and fills in all the other areas that are needed. So this is my team, and I assure you I can't get to the finish line without them. You all have a team out there because you can't be in this event without the team. So don't forget that during the course of the event. We will talk more about your little giveaway item, which is about writing a team message, and Kev will go into more detail about that. We want to see these at the finish line, so you can maybe take them home, or for us to keep them with the messages, so we can have a display at the office of your journey. So thank you, team. We'll see if I can keep standing for the next 15 odd minutes and go through the important stuff to ensure that we all know what we're doing out there come event time. I have my unofficial team members. We haven't had any practice, so this is going to be interesting and could be comical. Is anyone coming up here as well, or are you all staying down there? I thought there was one in the group that was quite keen to join me on stage. All right, so they're my visual aids. They're going to help as I go through the items that... No, you can go on. You can go on that side. You can balance us up, all right? So before we get started, sponsors and partners, they are a critical part to our event. They help us make the event a success. Tonight we've got Wild Earth in the room with the equipment, and of course Scott and his first aid knowledge and experience. We have Kokoda merchandise. It's been hot selling, and I'm not sure how much more we've got left in respect to that. That's a good idea, Bob. You click away because I'm going to forget that aspect. All right, so let's move into pre-registration. All right, so this is our starting point, team. All right, so pre-registration is all day Friday, the 13th of July, so you won't forget that date. And it's at the Mudgeerbar Bowls Club. So from 9 o'clock through until 7 o'clock that night is the day that you come and you pick up your event pack. The most important elements, the bib. All right, you can't get on that track without a bib and the wristband. All right, beautiful. The wristband is where your transponder, your timing chip will be positioned. These are not the official ones that the kids are going to put on. They know how to do it. They've been to many a music festival. But we want you to ensure that you follow the instructions on the wristband because that is your timing chip, okay? So, how are we going, team? Right. So, to get these items, you need to have your waiver form. If you don't have your waiver form, no bib, no wristband, no start. Okay. The second element that is important during this is your fundraising dollars. If you haven't got the minimum fundraising in, no bib, no wristband. So don't forget that aspect. Well done, team. We're on fire. This is working really well. I personally think anyway. Okay, we'll move to the next slide, which is in respect to the parking at our location. Plenty of parking on event day, off the street. So we've got this large car park area behind the Bowls Club. Come in early. Oh, you're doing the... Oh, good. Hold on. Yes. So parking, yes, follow the waving of the wands, it's going to direct you around the long-term parking area. All right, we've got until 6:30 that we'll be putting people behind the Bowls Club. So at 6:30 we'll need to close it because we need to get ready for race start. All right, if you become a bit later, there's an overflow parking down near the sports field. We've got that little red aspect over there on the far left-hand side. And if need be, further up, away from the race start, will be street parking. But there is sufficient parking there for the event, I assure you. And follow those beacons. All right. So we move to the start of the 96 kilometre. All right. This year we're introducing a wave start. For those that were there last year will know that we've got a new obstacle in the very beginning of our event. If you click for a sec. It's our creek crossing, our unofficial creek crossing at Benogan. And that's the height. You actually go not over it. You may end up in the creek. You go under it. So we're going to introduce the wave starts just to help with the bottleneck. So there's going to be 4 self-seating wave starts available. They will be signposted. If you think you're between a 10 and a 20-hour finishing team, get into the first little grouping, 20 to 25 hours, 25 to 30, 30 to 39. So just self-seed. We will have one mass start time though. At the moment we're predicting about a 2-minute gap between those, and it's purely in place to try to stop that bottleneck that was experienced last year. It is a much better way to go across to start the event than down Somerset Drive and around the residential area and so forth. There will be sandbags. You'll be able to hopefully stride it. It just depends on how warmed up you are. So enjoy that first obstacle. We thought we better inform those who aren't aware of it. So then we will move to the 48 kilometre event, which is at Numinbah Hall. So there's 2 start times. One is 11 a.m. for the schools and then 1 p.m. for the open teams. Now, that area is manage that area. There is no street parking at all, no parking in front of the businesses that are operating. The community, Numinbah community, are running a food stall. There will be coffee services and so forth in that location. We move to the course map. All right. Don't go out on the course. Don't go on this journey without your course map, or on your phone. It's the Bible along with the checkpoint list. So when you're out on the course, it's going to have some markings. So we've got some red arrow signs. We've got our lovely tree tinsel. We've got our glow sticks. Watch the team go. We've got multiple items happening. We've got our flashing beacons. And of course we've got many humans. Now if you somehow miss all of these items, I feel it's time to stop. It means you need to track where you are, reconsider your route and try a new journey. Please take notice. I know at some stage there's going to be people delirious out there, but hopefully we will have all the areas marked sufficiently. We've also got 13 checkpoints out there which support you through this journey. 12 of them are timing checkpoints. Okay, that's where your timing chip will come in very handy. We need to ensure you're scanned through for your safety. This year the scanning chip, for those that have done the event many times, you don't have to go and scan to this point. I've got a high frequency, so you'll be able to flow through there quite quickly in respect to that. The services available at the checkpoints: water, lollies, lovely volunteers who will provide you support all the way and encouragement, medical services and toilets. They are a bit limited, so we'll do our best, but you can imagine we can't put them everywhere. So, no, toilet paper's very last. That's the last thing people need to remember when they leave this place, to bring the toilet paper. So, just at the beginning of the race, remember, checkpoint 1 is only 5 kilometres from the start. It's in the middle of a residential area. I'm not going to put many portaloos there. There are only a few. So, use the public toilets down in the hinterland if you get that nervous wee once you start, or morning glory. Sure, but we'll leave that for. Okay, we just might move on. And I haven't had a wine yet. So, support crew areas are important. 96 kilometres. Your sport, you've got 4 of them. Doug kept saying we might have too many checkpoints out there. We're being too nice. Kokoda doesn't have this. At the moment, we've still got 13. So 96 Ks, got 4 checkpoints. 48k schools, you have 2, and the open team only 1. Okay, so again, those checkpoints. Checkpoint 4 is at Polly's kitchen. I'll talk about it more when I go into the map. But just remember, when you're travelling between checkpoints as a support crew, please take your time. Drive safely. Every service out there is aware this event is on. And I hope that, the police will know that there's a volume of traffic moving around the course, and don't get caught in a radar and add any more dollars to your experience, that is for sure. Checkpoints. Support crew can only have 1 car per team, so please remember that. Okay, we'll go to course map 1. I'm not going to talk too much in detail on the sections. We will have a question and answer section at the end that will be open to all. So if there's particular points about the course, we can cover those at that time. So a lot of this section is on through the residential area at Mudgebar. You're crossing public roads. Watch for traffic. Use the footpaths in those residential areas, especially caution crossing across Hardy's Road, and consider the local residents. I do believe the Mudgebar community get out there and support you well in the morning, that will be great to see for those. I'd love to think I might be able to be out there and seeing that, but we'll see if I'm still standing or not at that stage. So that's all we need on that one. Course map 2. So it's got checkpoint 3, which is at the end of Austinville Road. This is the only checkpoint that if for some reason you are injured or have a withdrawal, we won't allow anyone, the support crews, to go in there and pick you up. We will actually transport you back out of there and either take you to checkpoint 2 or 4. So we'll manage that and then advise the support crew where you to be collected. Please do not ring your support crew to come and get you from that point. So that's when you're coming across Mount Fairview, that is the time that you will ring your support crew to come up through to Polly's kitchen. Polly's kitchen support crew area is quite tight with parking, so therefore we don't want you all to arrive in mass. Your teams will come through at different stages, so wait until you hear from your support team. There will be, again, car parking donation collected for the local community group that is help managing that. Yeah, just be aware of that, and that will be probably on payment as you're exiting that area. We did have a lot of traffic build-up in previous years, so again, follow the volunteers in regards to coming in and out of that area. It's a quite tight space on SEQ water. We'll move to course map number 3. We're rolling okay. You're coming over Pages Pinnacle down into the National Park on Pine Creek Road. This road is a busy road. It's probably your first busy road that you're going to come across. You're on that road for approximately 1 kilometre on the right-hand side. Please stay within the traffic boulders there. That road is the road that all Spring residents can come up and down since the landslide over on the other alternate road. So just please keep your wits about you in that area. And remember, you need to go to checkpoint 5 at Numbinbar Environmental Ed Centre before you enter into the beautiful waterfall circuit that is back. Back for those, I think there was a lot, once we put that out on social media, we had lots of happy people. The waterfall circuit was back. National Parks have done a fantastic job getting that back up. With that back in place, Army land has been withdrawn, and I think there was a lot of smiles too that, I don't know, hill, decline, slide, I'm not sure, the mudslide has disappeared. So some were very lucky to never experience that, I believe. We'll see how this year goes and how the weather gods play in respect to that. Around this time on course map, in this section, there will be teams that will be walking in the dark. And so there's a critical element you need to be wearing as you're approaching nightfall. So there's our dress item there, just to keep our team there. So make sure you've got your fluoro vests. That is a requirement for the team. All members would be appreciated. If you... good work. Yeah. So we'll move to map number 4. Now it's farm time. Up over Postman's track into some private property, into farmland. We're very fortunate that we have some fantastic relationships with our private property owners, but it is farm time. That means say hello to the cows, but keep the cows in the correct paddock. I don't need to be chasing around cows on a Monday morning trying to identify who owns what cow. So please, if you open a gate, you close that gate. We are looking at alternate ways to cross those. It might be a staircase over a fence. We'll wait and see. Or it could be your next obstacle. Could be a ladder. Who knows? So, yes. I think enough said in that. Course map number 5. Coming down into Kokoda, it's a residential, high residential area. It's definitely nightfall. Consider the residents in that area. We need to stay on the best side of all the community that we pass through on our event to ensure that this event continues. We are up to 14th year, 15th year? 14th year. So we need this to continue, and for the youth programs and to keep growing. Doing a great job, team. Okay, map number 6, where we can smell it, we can nearly hear it, and it's called the finish line. So it's time to start celebrating, and that Nerang National Park is the way to celebrate. We have extended it a bit this year, so just be wary. Those who've done the event previously, follow the signs, the tinsel, all those markers out there, because it is a slight change to previous years. Finish line. Ooh, celebration time for all. I think there'll be lots of tears, cuddles, and a dance. You know, make sure your families and your supporters that know, and your people that have donated and so forth, tell them to come down and celebrate with you that wonderful achievement. The more the merrier throughout that time that the people will be crossing. We're predicting, you know, anything from 6 p.m. on a Saturday night all the way through until 10 p.m. on the Sunday night, we will see arrivals. There'll be food and drink available down there. Bring your chairs, bring your blankets, and join us for the celebration. We will have those with messages. We're hoping you'll hand these all in. We'll have these displayed down there on a display board. So look forward to watching that. A quick reminder, road crossings. So we have got traffic management out there on multiple points. 9, I think, officially. So please obey the instructions of the traffic management. If you the traffic signals, if it's red, the back side, which is the side you will see, will be flashing amber, meaning that you're right to go. So, you know, just be cautious at those points. Again, I know it gets late, you get tired, but you are a team, so look after your team out there. You can't do this event without coming prepared. The equipment. You ready, team? We've got a few items to get through here. So, the good old water. Can't survive without water. So, the hydration packs. Alright? We've got a few up here. The head torch. You're going to be walking in the dark. So, you need that head torch. Don't forget it. It's a critical piece. The first aid kits. So, again, we do have medics in every checkpoint, but it's always suggested, and I'm sure Scott will talk more about the first aid kits that you should have. The walking poles to keep those little legs going. I believe they're a huge asset. I thought the 96K might have been on my bucket list, but I've been a little bit sport and I've been driven across the terrain, and I'm not sure if it'll ever be on my bucket list, so kudos to you all out there. Mobile phone, and I forgot to tell the kids to bring it up here because, oh look, I didn't need to remind them, they've all got their phone. It's we strongly suggest at minimum 2 phones out there. Telstra is the most reliable network. I think I can say that, I'm not sure with the news recently, so good luck. So yeah, carry that. Of course, your clothing items, I'm not going to go into that aspect, but this gives you an idea of what you need to be doing. The whistle. Oh yeah, I'm going to leave that to the last thing. All right, it's okay, it's coming still. Okay, on the back of the bin, you have your the most important numbers to remember. If it is in an emergency situation, 111 or 112 if you're out of satellite, all right? If it's a non-emergency, there's a phone number, a mobile number there to call. That comes straight through the control room, and I assure you, we have multiple people, stakeholders in that control room. We have got the best services available, so it's covered. We also have medical staff at every checkpoint. There's an emergency app. Again, I'll leave that to Scott to talk about. We strongly suggest you have that available on your phones as well. Process of withdrawing. Unfortunately, there is a percentage of people that won't make the full journey through. So, ideally, we ask you to get to your checkpoint, to the next checkpoint, and then withdraw. You're feeling a bit tired, you're absolutely wasted, you can't go any further, your team's tried every aspect that they could, and you just have to call it quits. That is okay. If that happens, please ensure that you notify the checkpoint. There is a form to process. We need to update the timing system so we know when you get to the next checkpoint that they're a team of 3. So do the right thing. Don't just go and get picked up some random place out on the track. We will be looking for you, and we don't want to send that search party out and the helicopters and so forth and then find out that, oh, the person's home in bed enjoying their heater and their soup. All right, teamwork and rules. So you should stay within your team, and as Dan mentioned before, always check behind you and see where you are. Stay within 100 metres is our preferred. You cannot continue with less than 3 members of a team. If something happens and you lose your 3rd member, you need to stay at that checkpoint until another team that comes through is willing for you to walk with them, and then those 2 team members can continue. If that is to happen, you need to notify the checkpoint staff, and they'll notify a control room, so we're aware that you're walking through with another team and that you're safe. For schools, if you by chance lose your leader or your teacher, you will be allowed a substitution there, because the kids can't go on alone without an adult. Again, that needs to be approved and through the checkpoints and notified. School teams should the member need to be substituted out. They should have a blue card. So schools just remember that scenario. you only walk as slow as your slowest team member. So now we need to celebrate the efforts of the teams out there, and so we call upon teams. Finish from 6 p.m. and through until 10 p.m. on a Sunday night, but we come together at 3 p.m. Sunday afternoon, and we welcome all those that have finished and would like to come back to Nareen to celebrate the achievements of the different category teams that have come across the line. So we award multiple categories within each distance. So they are listed there, and you would have registered through. So come on down at 3 p.m. We've got the Gold Coast Mayor and a lot of other councillors coming down to help us celebrate that. There's two areas that I'm going to wrap up my presentation. I've survived and I feel like I'm still standing upright, so that is always good. One is our social media, hashtag signs. Share the story, share the journey. We have our unofficial social media legend that has created itself this year. So it's powerful. We have over 22,000 followers on our Facebook. That is huge. Companies are so jealous of our following out there, and that's only going to continue to grow. So take plenty of photos. Hashtag. If you don't know what hashtag and all of those things are, this is the group of people to ask. They're across all that detail. And then finally, there's one job I don't want at the end of this journey, and because it's a long journey, and it's called, if you don't have this item and you're in a rush, it means the scoop. And I assure you, I don't want to use the scoop. I don't want the phone call to say there's an issue in my residential area and that Kokoda needs to come out and deal with it. So, please, go prepared. Toilet paper, scoop, bag, backpack. I don't want to see any evidence of it, and I assure you, I believe in previous times there's been issues. So, keep me happy, all right? I think that's wrapped me up. I'm not sure if 12 minutes, 15 or 20, or I'm not sure. Anyway.
You went for at least 20 there. Well done, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our events manager, Miss Joe Parker.
And my team. Well done, team.
Can they just stay there for a moment? Can you just stay there for a second, you guys? You can come up. The crazy one can just jump down carefully. Hang on, health and safety. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's gone anyway. I just want to mention, I won't get in front of that. These kids, when they go out training on the course, they have a youth programs leader with them. These are all volunteers that give up their time for nothing. So when you guys are maybe watching Origin, no, maybe not, it's not the best thing to watch at the minute around here. When you're all watching sport or doing whatever you do on the weekends, going out boating, the volunteers are giving up their time for free to go out walking with these kids for sometimes 6, 7. What's the longest you've done? How many? I'm not going to say that out loud, they'll put everybody off. But they give up their time for free, so please put your hands together for our team leaders.